This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Man killed in Manchester crash identified. Police have identified the man who died as a result of injuries he sustained in a motor vehicle crash on the Melrose Hill bypass in Manchester on Monday. He is 34-year-old Jermaine Jackson, a resident of Miketown in Mandeville. Reports are that at about 1:30 a.m., Jackson was driving a BMW sedan on the bypass when, upon reaching the vicinity of Melrose Yam Park, he lost the control of the vehicle and collided with a concrete utility pole. A woman was also injured in the crash. Both victims were taken to hospital, where Jackson was pronounced dead and the woman admitted. Police treating missing woman case as high priority, says senior cop. 24 hours after family and the friends of 24-year-old Donnelly Donaldson staged a protest in New Kingston for her safe return, police are insisting that the case is being treated as high priority. In a special digital press conference held on Monday afternoon, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey said although the case is not being handled as a homicide at this time, investigations are being conducted with the hope of bringing closure to the family as soon as possible. We are not confining our investigation to a missing persons investigation. We are looking at all the variables that we have identified. We have broadened our investigation, Bailey said. He also indicated that while investigations are ongoing, a person of interest in Donaldson's disappearance is yet to be identified. I will not say at this time we have identified any person of interest. In our minds, we are looking at some theories, and we cannot say what those are, but we have not yet narrowed it down to a person of interest, he said. We are doing a lot of research, and I am not gonna say now that we're looking at a homicide, but anything is possible, so we are ensuring that we capture all the evidence that are available, so that whatever we find, there will be no shortfall in terms of the approach that we have taken in the investigation. When asked whether or not police officers Donaldson's boyfriend and the woman constable presumed to be his baby mother linked to Donaldson's disappearance have been questioned, Bailey confirmed that a statement was given by at least one of the officers. I indicated that the police officer boyfriend was interviewed and a statement recorded. The woman constable was approached and she has refused to give a statement, but we will deal with that at an appropriate time, said Bailey. It's an investigation that is ongoing, and there are methods that we can employ to deal with that issue. As a citizen, you have a right and the statement is voluntary. Donaldson has been missing since Wednesday, July 13. Police are asking anyone with information that they believe might be useful to this investigation to contact the Halfway Tree CIB at 876-926-8184, Crime Stop at 311, or police emergency number at 119. 2 cops in custody, third flees island in murder case. Police have confirmed that 2 officers are in custody and another has fled the island following the murder of 49-year-old Philip Wallace. Wallace was fatally shot in Red Hills on Saturday morning. Police believe the killing is linked to an alleged bribery deal. In a digital press conference on Monday, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey said local police are currently working with its international partners in an effort to return the cop to the island. I can assure you that the person who fled the island will be returned and justice will be done in this matter, said DCP Bailey. The Independent Commission of Investigations, the Major Investigation Division, and the Inspectorate and the Professional Standards Oversight Bureau of the Jamaica Constabulary Force are investigating the matter. Investigations are said to be well advanced, and the police say they remain committed in bringing the people responsible for Wallace's murder to justice. Reports are that at about 10:41 a.m. on Saturday, Wallace was in his community on Green Glide close in St. Andrew when a white Toyota Axio motorcar drove up. 3 men alighted from the vehicle and opened fire on Wallace. The news understands that the 3 officers mentioned in the case allegedly requested $100,000 from Wallace following a raid some days before. A sum of money was allegedly provided, but it is believed the policemen wanted more. A report was subsequently made to the Constant Spring Police Station and an investigation launched. Police surmise domestic dispute led to death of 3 family members in Bamboo St. Anne. Investigators are trying to ascertain whether a domestic dispute led to the deaths of 3 members of a family whose bodies were found at their home in Freehill, Bamboo St. Anne on Monday morning. The bodies had stab wounds and the throats slashed. Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, head of the St. Anne Police, told the news that the police are yet to determine a motive for the killings, but are following leads which suggest it may have been a domestic-related incident.
We are yet to find and determine a motive for this killing, but we are confirming that all 3 persons had incised wounds to their upper section of their body, including their throats. We are certain, based on what we are picking up from the hearer, that we'll be able to bring a resolution in terms of an investigation in this matter. And we await the forensic that is likely to come from this incident. This one is indicating to us that we might be looking at a domestic-related incident. And so, as I indicated, it's still early days in terms of our investigation. And wherever the investigation leads us, that is where we will go.
Ms. Rocher's mother, Maureen Wilson, who was understandably in shock at her daughter and her grandson's death, told the news Ms. Rocher was her only child. The mother fought back tears as she insisted only God would give us the answer to the tragedy that had occurred.
I don't know. I just get a phone call this morning and to see here that my daughter died and my grandson and my cousin. They find them in the house dead this morning. That is the second grandson. Go up the road, run out of the house and go tell the people them up the road. And I get a phone call instant. Can't talk, I'm the one and only child. I don't have a second. I don't have a third. Just the only child. So we are mourning. No matter what a man wants to say, God is the answer. And He's gonna give us the answer.
21-year-old charged after gun found in jeans. 21-year-old Dino Congal of Ricketts River in Frome, Westmoreland, has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition after a 9mm Browning pistol with a magazine containing 8 9mm cartridges was seized at his home. Reports from the Savannah Lamar Police are that about 9:30 a.m., a team of officers conducted a snap raid at Congal's home, where the firearm was found wrapped in a pair of jeans. Congal is now awaiting a court date to answer to the charges. JPS contract worker killed after bike crashes into brother's car. 35-year-old Jamaica Public Service Company contractor worker Kenisha Mike was killed in a motorcycle crash along the Kitson Main Road in the community of Balls, St. Catherine on Monday. The incident happened around 1:30 a.m. Mike was traveling towards St. John's Road when he lost the control of the bike and crashed into a Honda motor car being driven by his brother, who was heading in the opposite direction, reports say. Other relatives were aboard the car. The Honda motor vehicle overturned on impact, but the occupants only sustained minor injuries. Mike, who was about 10 meters from his house when he crashed, was rushed to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. Residents in the community said the crash highlights the need for the authorities to do something about that section of the roadway where numerous fatal accidents have occurred. 3 weeks ago, Jamaica Labour Party councillor aspirant for the Point Hill division in upcoming local government elections, Omar Francis, died in a crash in the area. Francis was buried on Sunday. Court reporters sickout stalls the cases. Criminal cases in 5 courts at the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston had to be put off yesterday for other dates as most of the court reporters called in sick. It is reported that 9 court reporters were scheduled to work yesterday in those courts, but only 2 turned up. Last week, the court reporters had given the Court Administration Division an ultimatum to have the faulty air conditioning units in their department fixed by yesterday, or they were going to take action. Court officials said yesterday that the air conditioning units, which were not working for almost a year, were fixed on Saturday. They said they did not know if the courts will be able to sit. But the court reporters said yesterday that they had numerous other problems which need to be addressed. They outlined that there should be a complement of 45 court reporters, but there were now only 27 of them on staff. The shortage has led to 1 court reporter being assigned to each court instead of the regular 2. Most times, the preparation of transcripts for cases being appealed have to be done at home, and there is no compensation for that, the court reporters complained. We are tired of complaining and no one is listening to us, so right now we are frustrated. One court reporter pointed out that when the Ministry of Justice was responsible for the administration of the courts, much more attention was paid to the maintenance and the complaints of the workers. There are badly needed resources such as proofreaders, filing clerk, electronic filing system, and the proper storage facilities for the department, the court reporters said. The court reporters say they are not being paid adequately for the volume of work they have to do under stressful conditions. They explained that was one of the reasons for the short staff, and others are planning their exit. The authorities ought to realize that the job we do is an integral part of the judicial process and to do something about the situation, a court reporter noted. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.